Sleepover at the Museum by Karen Lafrac, illustrated by David Bucks. Museum of Natural History, and here is a map with all the different rooms. We have a compass rose in the corner. Most maps will have a compass rose. They will have a key, and at the bottom, if there's a 1, and you go up here and you find room 1 on the map, you would be in the butterfly pavilion. If you went to room 8, you would be in the Hall of Dinosaurs. Sleepover at the museum. Look at the little boy sleeping in his bed. Look at all the things around in his bedroom. On your Post-it note or on your piece of paper, I want you to write down what you think he's interested in. What are the things? And it's not just dinosaurs, so look around on his walls. Look at the things you can see. Mason couldn't wait. Today was the best day of the year, his birthday. Tonight he was going to have a sleepover party at the Museum of Natural History, his favorite place to visit. Mason and his two best friends, Zoe and Will, were ready for adventure. Mason's parents led them inside. Wow, think about that. On your paper, I'd like you to write down what are your feelings about sleeping in a museum. They met their guide right next to the giant fighting dinosaurs. "Hi, guys. My name's Jesse," said a young man. "I'll be showing you around the museum. Follow me. I have a surprise." "Welcome to the Discovery Room," said Jesse. "Tonight you'll be going on a scavenger hunt, and if you solve all the clues, Mason can choose the hall for your sleepover." Mason and his friends were excited. They loved solving mysteries. "Here's how you wear a headlight lamp," said Jesse, demonstrating. "They're perfect for dark hallways." He handed Mason the map and clue sheet. "If everyone's ready, let's get started." Out in the hallway, Mason read the first clue. "Of all the planets around the sun, thousands of rings surround this one." Zoe searched the map and pointed toward the Earth and space room. They took off. So they're by themselves and it's dark. They've got the lights. They're going on a scavenger hunt. I want you to remember about that word scavenger hunt because it might be something you'll be doing soon also. "There it is," Zoe said, "the planet Saturn." Mason checked off the clue. First mystery solved. They all laughed as Will pretended to be an astronaut taking giant slow motion steps on the moon. But Saturn felt too far away from his own home planet. Mason would rather sleep somewhere else. Mason's friends gathered around to hear him read the second clue. "He comes from an egg. His size gives him fame. This king of the reptiles has quite a long name." "Hey, I think I know this one," said Mason, smiling. When they reached the Hall of Dinosaurs, the friends stopped in their tracks. Tyrannosaurus Rex loomed over them. "Look at this sign. It says he is the king of dinosaurs," said Will. "And dinosaurs were reptiles," added Zoe. Mason checked off the second clue, while Zoe pretended she was a velociraptor. Will studied the pterosaur flying overhead. Mason thought his birthday was off to a great start, but he didn't think he could sleep with T-Rex standing over them in the dark. So look at this picture. Think about that. Look at his eyes. Can you see his eyes? Wide open. It was time for the third clue. Mason read, "This mammal that uses his nose as a hose can wash his huge body and all 20 toes." "I've got this one," said Will, starting to run. "We'll follow you," said Jesse. "There they are," said Will, pointing to the herd of elephants in the Hall of African Mammals. "Look at those tusks," exclaimed Mason. "Chuck us out," said Will to Zoe. He and Mason beat their chests like the gorillas in the exhibit nearby. Zoe read the sign. "An elephant herd is always led by a female elephant. Smart animals." Mason didn't think he could sleep while being stalked by a lion or stepped on by a giant elephant foot, what would be the best sleeping spot, he wondered. Can I read the clue this time? Asked Will. Mason nodded and handed him the clue sheet. The hardest gems you'll find on earth will dazzle you for all they're worth. I'm stumped, said Will. Zoe pointed, and the boys followed. Just look at the diamond sparkle, Zoe said. You've solved it, said Mason. It says right here that diamonds are the hardest minerals on earth. The friends high-fived each other. They made a great team. Mining sounds like hard work, said Mason after reading a sign. The Hall of Minerals was spectacular, but Mason didn't think he would sleep well here. Between glittering gems and thoughts of mining, he wouldn't be able to relax. Mason read the next clue. The birds had feathers but could not soar. They're now extinct. They are no more. I know this one, said Mason. It's this way. They entered the Hall of Biodiversity, and Zoe spotted it first. The dodo bird, she cried. Exactly, said Mason. You kids are amazing, said Jessie. Let's walk through the Life on Earth exhibit. We can see 3.5 billion years of evolution in a few minutes. Mason learned a lot in the Hall of Biodiversity, but sleeping with the extinct predators would make him feel like prey. 2 more clues to go, guys, said Mason. These fragile insects, queens or kings, are always noticed for their wings. Will flapped his arms and said, "Follow me." Whoa, exclaimed Will. The butterfly pavilion feels like a rainforest. Monarch is another word for queen or king, read Mason. Right, said Zoe. Then a monarch butterfly as a queen or king with wings. Another clue solved, said Mason. Are you thinking right now? I want you right now. Think about, where do you think Mason is going to want to sleep tonight? Maybe put down your guess. It was beautiful here, Mason thought, but the butterflies would probably tickle them while they slept. Plus, it felt as hot as a real rainforest. Now he was getting worried. Where were they going to sleep? You can see he's dreaming about the butterflies landing on him. It's our final clue, said Mason. Let's read it together. You've done so well, it's getting late. What can we eat to celebrate? I know this one, said Will, rubbing his belly. It's my favorite thing about birthdays. Cake, they yelled. And look in the background. You can see all the animals on the walls. You see the shadows. And here they go. You can see their path all the way through all the exhibits. And there they are. They ran all the way to the party room. When Jesse caught up, he congratulated them on solving every clue. We did it together, said Mason. You guys are great friends and super at solving mysteries. Jesse asked, so have you decided where to sleep tonight, Mason? Let's look at their faces. He's not sure. Mason took another look at his map. I finally have the perfect place in mind. I'll take you there right after cake and presents. Another mystery, said Zoe. Soon to be solved, said Will, finishing his second piece of cake. All right, let's see if your guess is where they're going to sleep. This is it, the Hall of Ocean Life, said Mason, the best place to sleep in the museum. It feels just like being underwater. He placed his sleeping bag directly below the blue whale, his very favorite animal. Look, said Zoe, the whale has a belly button just like we do. You know what would be dangerous, asked Will, looking at the open mouth of a great white. Helping a shark brush his teeth. Mason and Zoe laughed. We'd better brush our own teeth, said Zoe, yawning. Sleepy at last, Mason imagined floating in the ocean on top of the blue well and being gently rocked by waves. He gazed at the one last time before closing his eyes. Then he whispered, "Good night, whale. Good night, friends," and fell fast asleep on his best birthday ever. And he's dreaming about being on top of the well. How many of you thought that he would be sleeping under that? It's not one they talked about. Okay, when we get back to our meeting at 9 o'clock, we're going to talk about this story. I hope you enjoyed it.